Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, our beautiful country, and how we're going to fix both of them together because they are linked, believe it or not. The content that I'm about to show you is the cries and the squeals of the gun controllers as they realize that their new toys that Biden gave them are about to be ripped away and they have to go to bed without any dessert because the Office of Gun Violence Prevention is on the chopping block, and the NSSF, GOA, this channel, all the gun rights activists, we're coming, and we're coming hard, because holy crap, is that bad boy going to go down quick. Everything's going to be linked in the description box below. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about this squealing you're about to see. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and make sure you get a piece of this amazing merch that we have from our limited time designs. You've got 10% off until the end of November to suit your Christmas freedom needs. Again, 10% off with the code, not Trump, whoop, 45-47. Again, the code is 45-47. There's a link in the description box below. It just happens to be Trump's numbers, which is why I almost said his name. You're talking about every limited time design shirt, from freedom only lasts if you defend it, all the way down to nobody likes a Glock block, which is very true, down to the limited time design of the Liberty Tree versus Tree of Tyranny. All the shirts, free shipping over $50, link in the description. Thank you guys for your support, and now let's get into this, because oh, how the little piggies went wee, wee, wee all the way home. All right. No surprise, the gun industry pushes to dismantle the White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention. Yep, we're coming hard, as I mentioned in the comments or in the intro. That is numero uno. It's an executive branch creation. It can be an executive branch destruction. It is a freaking revolving door of who's who of gun control with a direct line into the White House. Let's go ahead and snip that line, pull a little bit of a Yankee yank out of the weeds or the garden, the rose garden, if you will, because that bad boy is going down. Everyone's got their targets on this one, and I'm here for it, and we will keep you updated as it comes along. But let me show you what they're saying, then show you the actual requests that are already in the works from the major players in the gun world. Giffords, the National Gun Violence Prevention Organization, led by former Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords, responded to the NSSF's call for President Trump to dismantle the White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention. Kill it now. The Office of Gun Violence Prevention was first created by President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris to create a coordinated and sustained federal effort to address all aspects of gun violence in the United States. Now, the leading cause of death for kids. Lie! Complete lie. It's not the leading cause of death for kids. That is an abject lie. They've been lying. They've been fact-checked. Everyone knows the lie. They keep on spewing it because they think it scores emotional cheat points, even though it's completely false. Even the New York Post said this was a false one. Anyway, as we continue here, we're not only going to stop, by the way, at the Office of Gun Violence Prevention, we're also going to stop at that start at that National Red Flag Law Center that they also created through the DOJ just of a magical whim. It's all coming down. We're like some pyros sitting here with gasoline and a Molotov cocktail and a lighter in this hand. We're just waiting for January 20th, baby. Because it's coming. Those things are executive creations and they shall be destroyed. All right. So now let me get you some quotes from the who's who of Giffords.org. Quote, "It's no surprise to anyone that the NSSF, whose principal mission is firearm industry profits, is now pushing to shutter the White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention." Anyway, proving once again that the industry cares more about lining their pockets than they do about saving lives. Oh, eat one. Giffords Executive Director Emma Brown. And by one, I meant like some delicious delicatessen, not what you were thinking. Get your head out of the gutter. Here's the thing about this. NSSF is one of the major players in the gun world, and they know it. They're coming for them. Also, they didn't mention, they're also one of the #1 distributors for all gun locks and gun safety in the United States. You know, the responsible things that people do on their own. They don't need federal government to tell them how to do it. Yet NSSF distributes more of those locks than anybody else. Just saying. Anyway, let's jump right over to the NSSF and see what they're saying. This is from their actual website. It's always linked, as I always bring receipts. The NSSF urges President-elect Trump to disband the White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention. That took under a week, well, just over a week, and we're going to keep on doing it. Let me highlight it again for those in the back, right there. They're going after it, and we will have a party of some sort right here when it does. NSSF The Firearm Industry Trade Association is urging President-elect Donald Trump to take decisive action to disband the White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention and put an end to government-funded efforts to infringe upon the constitutionally guaranteed Second Amendment rights of law-abiding citizens. This office, installed under President Joe Biden, never addressed criminal misuse of firearms. Instead, it squandered taxpayer dollars and employed former gun control lobbyists to minimize the Americans' rights to keep and bear arms and propose policies to harass and damage the American firearm and ammunition industry. Absolutely freaking correct. Anyway, this is the part on cherry on top. This will make my day if this really happens. President-elect Trump might consider replacing this office with one dedicated to the advancement of and preservation of the Second Amendment. Oh, I want it, and I will work in it. Let's go, baby. Because if you rip out the Office of Gun Violence Prevention and you put in one that's dedicated to the advancement and protection of the Second Amendment, I'm down. That sounds like a great partnership. Can't wait to be involved. This is why Giffords is freaking out. This is why the gun controllers are freaking out. Because everything that they did, just like we said it on this channel, and I'm going to go big for this part so we can have a relationship. We said it on this channel. Everything that they're doing is through the executive branch. For 4 years, we said they were leaning hard on it because they didn't have the legislative. We talked about it in numerous occasions. And now that the executive branch is switching over, all those things that they instilled for 4 years, fought tooth and nail, and got their butts kicked in the court system over, they can all be withdrawn and ripped out by the root from a new executive. That's the downside of doing things around Congress. That's why they're freaking out. That's why we're here for it. And that's why we're throwing the throttle so far forward that we are going to make them remember the last time they tried the executive branch route. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. See you on the next one.